Is anyone else buzzed as fuck right now? I am so awake right now. I just drank a coffee. Oh, I'm so awake. I'd actually like to start out, the last time I did stand-up, I started a joke and I didn't quite have time to finish it. So it's really long, but if I could, I'd like to finish it today. All right, I know maybe not all of you were there, I know, but I think you'll figure it out. So I was at Subway, right, if you remember, and this guy was just so, like, he was artistic, really. Like, he was putting everything on just so perfectly. And then, so I had done the meat, I had done the bread, I had done the cheese, I don't need to do that again. And then he asked me if I wanted it toasted, and I said yes. So he took it back. Ding! And then he brought it back and he asked me what kind of veggies I wanted on it. And first I wanted lettuce, and this is a weird part of the story to come into because he wasn't artistic with it at all, he just kind of threw it on there. And then I wanted spinach, and this is also, sorry, not going along with the story, but he threw the spinach on there as well. And then I wanted cucumbers, and here's where it gets good, He just put the cucumbers, like, straight down in a line, perfectly aligned, each one of them, all the way down. And then I wanted pickles, and each pickle went onto its own cucumber. It was like showing the cucumbers what they could have been if they tried harder in life. And then I wanted onions. And the onions, they don't cut them in slices there. They cut them in like little smiley face things. I mean, they don't cut them like that. They come apart. But so each onion went, like it was hugging each cucumber to make it feel better. It was really cute. And then he asked me what kind of sauce I wanted on it. And I wanted ranch, which I know is weird. But if you'll remember, I got spicy meats. So I had to balance it out. I had to get something not so spicy. And then that was my sandwich. I ate it, and it was delicious. All right, I can start today's jokes now. So I saw this woman who looked like exactly like Roseanne. And then she looked at her friend, and she said, "Does this outfit make me look like Roseanne?" And it wasn't the outfit. That's just what she looked like. She didn't know. My wife and I didn't get each other presents this year, but instead we got each other like personal training at the gym that we're doing together, which proves how much I love my wife because I was awful at gym. Like personal training, you lift weights and then they're like, no, you're not doing that right. Like that's all that personal training is. Which I'm actually really good at the lifting the weights part because I lift toddlers all the time. So I'm like, yes, I can do it. But then like 20 minutes in, I started getting really nauseous. And so I was just kind of like sitting off to the side and the trainer was like, you know, it's better if you just sit like this. That helps with nausea quite a bit. He was right. He's a good personal trainer. That did help me actually quite a bit. So I do work at a preschool, and the other day the kids asked me if I was married, and I'd been avoiding that question for a long time because, like, they don't understand that sort of thing, supposedly. But this one time I was just like, I'm going to tell them, yeah, I have a wife. I do. And then they looked at me for a second, and one of them said, oh, that's kind of silly. Like that you have a wife and you also are a wife. You have what you are. And then one of them asked me how old she is. And they know that I'm 27, so they were freaked out when I told them that she was 22. And one of them just said, oh, she's quite a bit younger than you, isn't she? Another one said, do you have kids? And I said, no, I don't. And then another one said, so you're pregnant right now, then? That's not how it works. It's getting stressful at work, though. Like, sometimes we have to do intruder drills, and they used to be really nonchalant. Like, 5 years ago when I started working there, it's just like, oh, yeah, let's hide all these kids. But now we actually take it seriously now. Like, we have to do this really fast in case we actually have to. But the thing is, they suck at that. They don't understand object permanence. Like, they think if you cover your eyes, you're hidden. That's what they think. And so in 30 seconds, you're supposed to just hide 16 people who don't understand hide and seek. I mean, let's just hope that white guy is worse at hide and seek than we are, right? It's true. There's no kids here, right? That was a really dark joke. There's any kids here. Because kids they're pretty dumb, actually. Kids, they are. They suck at hide and seek, and they suck at jokes. Like, one of them found out that I'm a comedian, and then he said, "Oh, you're a comedian. Can I tell you a joke?" And I was like, "Sure." So let me do an impression of this kid trying to tell me a joke, all right? Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Kristin. I said your name. They're so dumb. They don't understand humor. And also, that's not even how knocking works. Like, knock-knock jokes by themselves are dumb. Like, now that I'm an adult, when I hear knocking, I never go like, "Who's there?" Not unless it's pizza, but then I know who's there. Like, yes, pizza. But if it's not pizza, I'm just like, they don't know I'm home. There's no way that they know I'm home. I get really mad about stuff sometimes. Like, I see people walking old dogs on the street, and that pisses me off. Like, just kill it and get a puppy. Like, who wants an old dog? You know what else makes me mad? Is when people ask me how I'm doing, and then I say, "I'm doing good, how are you doing?" And then they say, "I'm doing well." Like they're better than me. I wrote this joke before you talked to me. I know you said well, but this isn't directed at you.
It's just about everything.
I had planned this before you said you made me angry, but all right, I think I'm good.
She gets angry when people say, well, I get angry when people talk about pickles, and